After 10 o'clock, with the heat index, the weather's the temperature's easily in the 90s. It's pretty darn humid. Just finished up inspecting hive number 1. I got the fume board on for the first time trying this because last year it was too overcast to even mess with it, and I used a blower to like a yard blower or whatever to blow the bees out of the honey super. So I'm going to inspect hive number 2 while the fume board is doing its thing. Check out that video to see if it worked or not. So hive number 2, I got a medium box, a super people call it, but I'm using that to well, it's a brand new, it's got 10 frames of brand new foundation with a 1 gallon division board or in-hive feeder in the hive. So we'll see if the bees have started to draw out any wax on those new frames. I did top them off last week, so they went through an entire gallon of 1-to-1 syrup last week, so we'll see if they have consumed another gallon. They're putting it somewhere, so let's try and figure out where that is. Hopefully they're using it to draw wax in the medium box. So yeah, I added that medium box last week, I believe, or the week before. The goal is for the bees to draw it out, the queen to expand the brood chamber in there, and then the bees, of course, to possibly store some food in there in the form of sugar water that they cure into honey, funny honey, for overwinter preparation. So this hive has looked better and better as the weeks have gone by, meaning just more and more brood. So it's kind of what I anticipate to see this week. They have not had any surprises for me in the form of queen cells, so that's always a nice thing as well. But like usual, enough of me yapping, and let's see how they're doing this week. Yeah, I decided to try something different. I did this with one hive last year. I think it was hive number 3. So it was overwintering preparation in addition to getting equipment drawn out for the following spring. So it's kind of a combination of those two things. And if I remember correctly, the bees completely drew out a medium box to include the queen laying in almost every single frame in about 2 months. So this is a good sign. So this frame is right above the feeder as well, which I recall that happening in a hive last year. Whichever frames were directly above the feeder, the bees were quick to draw those frames out. So just a few things I've noticed. Alright, so this is a good thing. Quite a few bees in the top box, which is what you want to see if you're trying to get some new frames drawn out. So something else I did as well, if you check out our YouTube channel, there we go. They're starting to draw that out. It's very nice. And this is on the opposite side, go figure. If you check out our YouTube channel from last week or so, within the last week or two, there we go. I posted a video talking about rendering wax. Oh yeah, there we go. Very nice. Okay, so they're doing exactly what I want. Rendering wax, and I used, I had 4 deeps. Backstory, I had 4 deeps I was going to run as supers this year, and the weather just didn't cooperate. So I made the decision to pull the supers, scrape the wax down, rendered it down. It filled a full 5-gallon bucket, 4 deeps did, and that made about, I think, just shy of 3 pounds of wax. And then I used that wax to coat some new equipment. The bee suppliers say it's coated and everything, but I guess a little extra wax doesn't hurt. This looks nice. Yeah, so they're definitely using the sugar water, because I don't think anything's really in bloom right now. And once I pull the honey, which I plan on doing today, from a few of the hives, I will start open feeding as well And people have their opinions on open feeding, but you know, to each their own. Yeah, that's all nice new wax. Check that out. It is definitely the time of year to feed your bees because they are making use of this. And if I look down, it's hard to see. Let me grab my flashlight. Yeah, it looks like they've used another gallon's worth of sugar water this past week. You can kind of tell because things are very, very sticky as well. Yeah, this queen's done a very beautiful job laying. Let's I hate to do this, but let's try and make sense of that, I guess. She's marked, so it should be pretty easy to find her. However, there has been a week or two recently that, for whatever reason, she just really blended in. Or I overlooked her and went back through the frames and was able to find her. But yeah, that's what I mean. She is doing an excellent job building this colony. So that's the third frame. Nice brood. Fourth frame. I'll take a quick look at all the open cells on that side, but as you can see, I mean, check that brood out. Just take a quick look, more so out of curiosity. I don't doubt that they're queen rate, but just to show you what I mean. Yeah. So what looks like open cells, I mean they are open cells, but surrounded by just a little cap brood. If you have a flashlight, and I've said it before, it doesn't have to be anything spectacular, but it allows you to really see down into that older comb, and that older comb has eggs. So I could stop right now and not inspect the rest of the colony, or the rest of the frames, but I just want to check to see how they're doing. More so, double check that they have not created any queen cells in the last week. It's another nice frame. Yep. She's doing a nice job. So frame 3, 4, and 5. Whole bunch of nice brood. Frame 6, that'll be a lot of cap brood in the near future. Same thing on this side. We're doing a nice job packing this with food. You can see it's kind of upside down how I'm holding it, but you can see the band of honey surrounding the brood there. This side will have a lot of nice capped brood as well. So they're doing a good job working almost every frame so far. I'm gonna have to fix this. This is just some weird looking comb they're drawing out. Not on this side, but the other side. So, I don't know if this is really gonna fix anything, but maybe just smashing it down some. I hate to do that because it takes the bees so much energy and effort to draw that out, but if you don't do anything about it, that'll just continue to be developed as some weird looking comb. I have a feeling this queen's playing hide and seek with me because I know she's marked and I know I found her last week, but honestly I'm really not concerned about it because they have so many frames and nice brood and eggs, no queen cells, so I'm sure she's in here. She just doesn't want to be found this week. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I mean they have quite a few frames of some pretty nice brood. So they're looking good. Not to mention they're drawing out. They've already started to draw out the medium box. So they're doing exactly what I want. Alright, let me go grab some sugar water and top them off because it looks like they've used another gallon 2 weeks in a row. Oh, as you can see, they did not have, well, they had more in there than I thought. So that took about, what, 2 quarts, 2.5. So they did not consume a full gallon last week. They may have consumed anywhere between half to, say, 3/4. Little spillage, but that'll come out the front. Alright, that does it for hive number 2. They're looking good. They got plenty of feed. I didn't find the queen, but enough signs that they have a queen in the form of eggs and everything. They're doing a good job working the top box. They're already starting to draw out a few frames. So I'll just continue to check on them each week. I think the initial feed went fast because we are experiencing a dearth, and now maybe they've slowed down using it a little bit. But overall, that was hive number 2. They're looking good, doing exactly what I want them to do, which is start drawing out that top box, and then we'll just see how the next few months go. Like I said, last year when I did that, it took that hive, I think that was hive number 3. Took them about 2 full months to draw out the medium super and for the queen to completely start laying in it. But that included capped brood, which usually takes about 10 days, so maybe 4 to 6 weeks to draw out a medium super. Well, either way, that does it for hive number 2. Looking good for another week's inspection, and as you can see, that's what I was talking about. Any sort of spillage with the sugar water will just come out the front. Alright, hey, if you haven't subscribed, appreciate it if you do so. Check us out on Instagram and Facebook, Cole's Farm NC. If you are on our YouTube channel, if you go to the main page up in the banner, I think it's the top right, it has the Facebook and Instagram icons. If you click on that, it'll take you straight to the pages. And we will have honey harvested today, bottled. I'll let it settle for a few days and bottled probably midweek. I'll make a post when it's ready for purchase, but if you're watching this and you're around the Jacksonville, North Carolina area, feel free to contact me if you are interested in honey. And I'll say this, it should be ready by, let's go with Wednesday, definitely by the weekend, but midweek. I'm off all week to do a few things around the house and with the bees. So yeah, let's go with Wednesday. Either way, I'll make a post when it's ready for purchase. Appreciate everybody watching the video. subscribe, hit the bell, you'll receive notifications of future videos. But that does it for hive number 2.